this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with my fabric scraps box, and what I thought we could do is make a big collage on our 12 by 12 paper like we do with the paper, you know, like we do with paper. So I'm going to keep all the bits that we actually make with our fabric scraps so that at the end we can see, you know, what we've actually made from our fabric scraps. So I'm going to keep them all in one place until, you know, we've kind of, hopefully, the plan is use the whole box. Who knows whether we will actually use the whole box. It's yeah, I mean, hopefully, actually, to be honest, if we do some of these collage boards and things, you know, we're going to get through it significantly faster, aren't we? So yeah, hopefully it's going to be doable. So this is a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and basically I've taken one that, like this side, for example, you know, I'm, you know, possibly not really that likely to use in journals. So what I've done is obviously picked one with a side that I'm not really likely to use, and then the other side is neutral. By neutral, this is polka dots. But, you know, that for me, that feels fine to journal on. So all I'm going to do is get gluing my scraps down onto the 12 by 12 sheet. Now I'm really going to try not to overthink this. Obviously, you know, if you watch my channel, you'll know I do struggle a bit with the whole matchy kind of concept. And so trying to mix this up and just really be, you know, very kind of random in my pieces is going to be a struggle for me. Oops. Now this is a fabric sample, and it's got this sticky back kind of paper or label or whatever on this. Yeah, I can't get that off, so that's fine. I can just use that, you know, as it is. It's fine. So yeah, I'm going to really try my best not to overthink this and just to go with kind of where I first place things. I've said this, no doubt within a couple of minutes of doing this video I'll probably already be overthinking it, but yeah, let's just try very hard not to do that. So like I say, I mean, that is very much against how I kind of normally operate. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to make this or not, but this is going to obviously whittle down this scraps box though nice and quickly, because obviously, you know, we're going to use a lot of fabric doing this collage masterboard. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get through quite a bit of scraps by doing this. So let's just go in. Oh, it's really annoying that this is stuck on here. Sometimes these just peel straight off, and other times they come off in little bits. I mean, I probably could like soak this in water or something to get it off, but to be honest, I just can't be bothered. And, you know, then I would have to obviously iron the fabric and things like that, which, well, definitely don't want to do anything that then is going to lead to ironing. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of go with it as it is. Right, let's put a bit up in this corner. Okay, so yeah, let's just have that there over in that corner. Okay, now obviously I'm going to come unstuck because now this is where I have to start pulling in other colours, and you know, of course that's where I'm going to be, you know, a bit more kind of deliberating. Oh, do I use this? Don't I use this? You know, but we'll see how we get on anyway. I'm really going to try and make an effort to, you know, just go with my first thoughts and not go into too much overthinking. Okay, right, now I don't want all my pieces like the same shape or size, so I'm going to try and kind of mix them in a little bit as best I can. So let's just go here. And I will probably stitch this around on the sewing machine afterwards. So, you know, if it's looking like, oh, well, she's not really glued that down very well. I mean, hopefully I'm going to come back and stitch it on the sewing machine, you know, which will then kind of capture things a little bit more. So I'm not, you know, again, not going to worry too much. So long as they are glued down of sorts, you know, and they're not then moving around, then that's going to be good enough. So like that, and then I'll maybe have see, I've instantly gone into overthinking. It's very hard not to do that, isn't it? You know, very hard if you're kind of used to, you know, overthinking things. It's just, it goes against the grain, doesn't it, to then not do that. Right, I'm also in the middle of my smoothie, so just going to have a bit of that. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. I'm still trying to be really healthy and have my smoothies. Not every single day, but most days. So, yeah, kind of got my smoothie here on the go. I don't know really whether they're making any difference, whether I'm feeling more energised. I mean, not that I was especially lacking energy, I've got to say. You know, I wasn't really lacking energy, but I just kind of thought, well, it had been the summer holidays. My diet had been a little bit, you know, hit and miss for several weeks. And I just thought, well, actually, I could probably do with, you know, tidying my diet up a little bit. So, yeah, just trying to have those smoothies and, yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't know really whether they're making any difference whatsoever. But, hey, I mean, it's all good stuff in them, so it can only be a good thing, can't it? I mean, they can't certainly be having any negative effects whatsoever. It can only be a good thing, having smoothies. Right, just going to glue this sort of patch down here in the middle. Like I say, I'm going to go around this on the sewing machine, probably just with kind of random stitching a bit. Again, you know, trying not to be too uniformy with how I'm kind of doing things on here. So, yeah, I will probably, oops, that's like folded down. That's a bit annoying. Oh, well, right, let's just hold that one down. Okay. And obviously when we come to use the masterboard, you know, hopefully, if you're looking at this thinking, oh, that looks rubbish, you know, and let's face it, I wouldn't blame you thinking that. I'm hoping that actually by the time we come to use this and cut it up, it's going to then look a bit more, you know, a bit nicer and a bit less rubbish, really. So, yeah, that's the plan. Because obviously things come together, don't they, once you cut them up a bit more. Not always. Not always, but quite often they do. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of stick with similar colours here. So, just pulling in some of the other bits that I've got. Okay. Let's just do that like that a bit. Oops. A bit more sidewaysy. Okay. I've got these ones, which again, I don't want the reds. So yeah, definitely don't want the reds. I'm not trying to overthink, but I just know I don't want the reds. So, right, I've got some more of this one actually, which I could probably use a bit more of. So maybe just like here. Okay. Like that. That looks nice. Okay, just want to fill in this corner down here. So perhaps what I'll do is just cut this one down. So yeah, I mean, like I say, this is actually using up quite a bit from my scraps bin, you know, pretty quickly. So yeah, I mean, hopefully this is going to kind of really help us get through those scraps. And then we'll kind of just have to evaluate and see where we're at really, as to, you know, whether we've got enough for maybe another one of these, or, you know, to do some other projects. Kind of just go from there. I just want to, yeah, be a bit more, or a bit less rigid, a bit kind of open as to how we're going to use them really. So let's put that on like that. Okay, I'm just using my tacky glue for getting all of the bits down. You know, it's just nice and quick and easy to use. I'm having a few struggles getting my Fabri-Tac flowing. I haven't got very much Fabri-Tac anyway. It seems very expensive at the moment on Amazon. You only seem to be able to get those small bottles. You know, I assume that they've got problems perhaps with getting hold of it. So you only seem to be able to buy the small bottles, and they're the same price that I normally pay for the big bottles. So of course I'm just being a cheapskate because I can't bring myself to actually pay that price for them. So yeah, I'm just persevering with using the tacky glue at the moment. And, you know, that's fine. I mean, the tacky glue works fine. You know, it's what I always used previously anyway. So, yeah, and it's just quick and easy because it's coming out lovely and the Fabri-Tac is not coming out lovely at the moment. You know, plus, like I say, I actually haven't got much left and can't now get any more for the minute. Hopefully that's a temporary thing and it will, normal service will resume soon. I'll just have a bit more of my smoothie. Okay. Right, let's just see. I could do with some more sort of beige colour on there, I think. So, yeah, something a bit sort of neutrally. So this is just some upholstery fabric, which we could just perhaps put a bit of this somewhere. Maybe just there. Okay. So, I mean, you know, you really can just mix in all different fabrics, can't you? Which is quite nice to do. Let's just take a bit of this. Oops. Oh, I might just have to make this. Oh, I don't know. Do you know, I might not do that because then I feel like I've got too much of that in one place, which is a bit, you know, a bit weird, isn't it? Perhaps I could have this one. I mean, this is just very plain. I think this is like a denim, actually. Trying to even think what this was from, whether it was some old clothes of the children's. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it might have been old clothes of theirs. Maybe like a denim jacket or something. I really can't remember. But yeah, it's kind of, it's got a denim feel to it anyway. Right, let's just pop that down. Okay, and whoops. Clean that down there. Okay, so we've only got one little piece now here left to fill in. So let's have a look. Don't really want that denim-y type bit again because then, you know, that suddenly feels like I've got that everywhere. Which going from nowhere to suddenly having lots of it seems weird to me. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Yeah, I'll just fill it in there. Okay. So just pop that one down there. Okay, looking good, looking good. Right, so the glue's very much seeping through that piece, but that's fine. So that's my, you know, collage masterboard done with those scraps. So I think we'll do a second one of those because I'll just show you how the box is looking now. So, you know, yeah, to be honest, it's not really looking much emptier, but sorry, I'm still eating my smoothie. Yeah, I'm not saying it's really looking any better, but you know, sometimes you have to just persevere, don't you? Right, let me bring in another sheet of 12 by 12. I'm just grabbing one, hold on. Again, just looking for one that's got sort of a neutral thing going on the reverse. Oh, no, nothing in there for the minute. Hang on a second. Got some 12 by 12 sat here beside my desk, so just having a look. What's this one? Oh, okay. I might use this one. Right. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. And on the reverse, it's this, I don't know whether you would call this a peachy colour, flesh type colour. I'm not sure. I think it's script on there. I actually thought it was little dashes at first, but looking again, I think it is script. So again, I just want to get my fabrics and, you know, really just get them down in any old fashioned, you know, really not overthink this at all. So obviously I'm keeping that other side as the, you know, the underside, so it's the neutrally side. Right, this one's quite long, so let's just cut this into a couple of bits. Okay, could we have some green? Okie dokie. have a look. Let's just put that there. Okay, so, you know, just really want to get some, you know, different mixes going on. This, I mean, it's round. I'm not necessarily saying that's ideal, but hopefully I can just fill in around it and, you know, lose that round element. I'm not sure. Not sure how easy that's going to be to do, but yeah, that's the plan. So let's just try that there. Oh gosh, I mean, I really should have ironed some of these, to be honest, before doing this. But, you know, like I say, who wants to be doing ironing, to be honest? Nobody really wants to be doing ironing, do they? So let's just go for them. Go for them as they are. Let's put that there, and then I've kind of made my straight edge straight away there. You know, which is quite handy, because then don't have to worry. It is just now a straight edge to be working with instead of that curved piece. Okay, oops. Okay, just glue that down there. Just have a bit more of my smoothie. Oh my gosh, that's so yummy. Yeah, that's my breakfast, that smoothie. So, and I know I've said this before, I have to eat it with a spoon because, you know, I do make my smoothies pretty thick. They're not like they're not a thin smoothie. They're not for drinking. They're definitely for eating rather than drinking, but they are very scrumptious. It's got to be said. Okay. They're not always very scrumptious. Of course, there are times when they're not so good. But on the whole, you know, they're pretty nice. I mean, to be honest, so long as they've got a banana in, you can't really go wrong, can you? Because the banana obviously gives it all the lovely, yummy sweetness. And, yeah, it's all kind of good from there, isn't it? Right, let's put this one up here. Okay. You know, and to be honest, I mean, if you haven't ironed your fabric, it's not the end of the world, because when you're gluing it down, you can obviously just then stretch it, you know, stretch it out, and then that kind of stretches the creases out. I mean, that's quite nice there, but I feel it's not really going with that. Oh, straight away I've gone into that overthinking that I said I wasn't going to do. It's very hard not to overthink, isn't it? You know, if you're a natural overthinker, it's very tricky to not overthink. Ooh, not sure whether I'm getting a little bit too wild with my colour choices now. I've got this one. Let's just tear this down. Oops. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, right. Okay, let's just put this one down here. And like I say, I mean, I'm just hoping that actually when we come to, you know, maybe tear these down or cut them down, well, cut them down, we're not going to be tearing them obviously, but, you know, when we come to use them, that actually once they're cut down, they'll kind of have a more cohesive look about them, is the plan. You know, and it will all kind of tie in together a lot better. Because sometimes that's just how it is, isn't it? You know, it kind of looks a little bit too random until you cut it. I mean, that's how I find the paper collage masterboards sometimes look. You know, they're very, I don't know, maybe all over the place. And then once they're cut down, they can look really quite different to how they were looking. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case with this. Who knows? Who knows? Right. I have to say, this one is looking considerably, well, more horrible than the other one. The other one was, yeah, looking a lot nicer than this, it's got to be said. Oh, well. It will all come out in the wash, as they say. We shall yeah, see in a second how this is actually going to look. Let's just pop some glue down there. You know, and to be honest, the stitching as well is going to help to, you know, bring it all together as well. Because at the moment, you know, they're all just like individual pieces of fabric. Whereas once they're stitched, you know, they're going to kind of take on a bit more of a cohesive look as well, I think. You know, again, this is a bit wing and a prayer type stuff. So, yeah, and like I say, I mean, this is a very eclectic mix that I've got going on here. So, not overly loving this board very much at the moment. But I'm just hoping for the best. Hoping that by the time it's done, it will suddenly transform into something lovely. Who knows whether it will. Fingers crossed it's going to. Right, that's that one. Oh, I've got some plainish green here, which to be honest, I think I could probably do with some plainish green. Yeah, kind of something a bit neutrally. So maybe like here. Yep. Oh, I think that's probably that way up actually it's supposed to go. Sometimes it's hard to say where fabric's got to go, isn't it? And then you kind of look at it a second time and think, oh, I nearly stuck that on the wrong way. Right, so I've got this one with the polka dots. So I'm going to just cut this one down, I think. So I've got a rectangular piece instead of a circular piece. So yeah, let's get that one. And I'm thinking maybe just over there, up here, here. Yeah, maybe over here, to be honest. So, oops. I've obviously used a lot more glue than I thought doing this project. It's probably quite a glue-hungry project, to be honest. Right, I've got some left here, so I'm just going to snip this off. I know it's only a tiny piece, but because I'm thinking I can have it then somewhere else, like maybe here, just fill in that sort of smallish gap here. You know, heaven forbid that we would actually waste any of this. So, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my doorbell. Hold on 2 seconds. So sorry about that. That was just the postman. You know, just bringing my, what do you call it? Ink. My instant ink. So, yeah. Anyway. Right. Let's have that on there. Okie dokie. Let's have that there like that. Oops, sorry, just got my ring caught up on all my threads of fabric there. Right, I have got some red here. I don't know whether red would be like good to have a contrast, because I mean we've got all the reds in these fabrics, haven't we? I've got this one which has got more green. Oh, that's quite nice actually. Oh, do you know, I'm going to have that there, I think. So yeah, let's just pop this one down here. Like that on that edge. Again, just kind of spreading it, which is hopefully sort of ironing it out. The cheating ironing way. Okay, and then this one, just pop. Pop this here. Like that. Okay. Quite nice, isn't it? Let's have some more red. So yeah, let's just take another piece. Oops, just make that a bit smaller. Oops. Wonder if we could have that there, or down here even. Yeah, let's have it here. Okay. Like that, and then just need a few more bits and then we're almost done on this piece. So, I mean, they come together pretty quickly, don't they? I've got more of that beige check. I wonder whether we could have some of that. You know, so as we bring in a bit more neutral colour. Let's have a look. Oh, come on. Get this off of here. Oh, come on. What do we think to the neutral? I mean, it maybe does need a neutral, to be honest, to kind of tone it back down, because it maybe is a bit, you know, a bit too fussy otherwise. What do we think? Is it a bit too fussy? Right, I'm just going to take this off. So that's a bit slimmer. And then I might just fill in a piece here. So let's put that there. Like that. Okay, and then, oops. Put this one down here. Okie dokie, oops. Like that. And then just find another couple of bits. So we need, yeah, a few little tiny bits here. So let's see what else we might pop in there. I mean, we've got this, but yeah, I mean, this is maybe a little bit too out there. What do we think? Although actually I like that. So let's just tear that down here. Now I'm just tearing all of these. I mean, of course you could use like your pinking shears or something. I just thought, to be honest, you know, tearing, it's just so quick and easy. It's, you know, it's just, yeah, the quickest way to do it, really. So, and, you know, I like the torn look. So, but I mean, I realise that's probably not everybody's taste, you know, not everybody likes the torn look, do they? Lots of people obviously like it all looking a bit more tidy than that. But, you know, you can just kind of mix it up and do as you fancy. You know, and maybe do, you know, a few of different ones and see what you think. So, yeah, let's have this one here. Now, obviously, when I stitch this, I mean, I'm hoping that the back is going to look such that I would still be able to use it as, you know, a journaling space, even though it's going to have lots of stitching. Obviously, until I try it, you know, until I stitch it, I don't know whether that's going to be the case. But that's what I'm hoping. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see, really, you know, how it's going to look. But yeah, I'm really hoping that that's going to be, you know, it's going to still be doable as a journaling space. You will have to see. Have to see when it's done. Okay. Like that. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then let's just see whether we would like a bit of this up here. Let's try there. I feel like I've had to do a lot more filling in on this one. The other one, perhaps it was just bigger pieces of fabric, I'm not sure. But yeah, this has felt like it's had a lot more kind of bits to fill in, which, you know, I don't know. Not sure whether I think it's a good thing or a bad thing. Again, you know, until I cut this down, it might not be apparent how it's going to look, if you see what I mean. You know, when I come to cut it down, I might kind of think, oh, actually, it would have been better having more of the tiny pieces, you know, or perhaps I will think the opposite, you know, that actually it would have been better with, you know, less of the tiny pieces. Okay, so I'm thinking this one here, just in like that. So, okay. So the only bit left to fill in now is this, I think. Just saying, I think, just in case I've missed any bits around the board, because I mean, sometimes it's quite easy to overlook bits, isn't it? And miss things, especially when there's lots going on a piece, which obviously there is a lot going on here. Oh, that's a bit too random, is it? Oh, do you know, let's be brave. I never do things like this. I never ever would go for, you know, this really random piece that just looks like it's got no place there. And to be honest, that's the type of thing that I would see other people use and I would absolutely love. So yeah, let's just be really adventurous. I really am trying to kind of get over any hang-ups of, you know, oh, it must match, oh, I'm not sure that goes there, you know, and just be a bit more kind of adventurous. So yeah. Oh, quite liking this masterboard now, actually. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? So that's 2 that I've got. I'm going to do them obviously on the sewing machine. Now, this is my scraps bin now. What do we think? Do we think do another masterboard? Because they're really a good way to get rid of a lot, aren't they? So let me go and get another 12x12 sheet. I should have brought in 2. I do apologise. I didn't realise I was going to do it quite so quickly as I did. So yeah, let me just grab in another one. Oh. And I'm just, you know, I'm just using up sort of neutrally kind of papers on the back. So I've got this one which is wood, which actually I might prefer it that way, I think. Right, okay, let's try and do different type colourway. So yeah, let's just pull in these and yeah, let's do this and this. You know, lots more blues and things in this one. Yeah, okay. Okay, right, so I have got a lot of blues here now. So, again, fingers crossed. And I mean, wow, not that I'm going to use, obviously, all of those things that I've pulled out. But look at our scraps bin now. It's looking really shrunken, isn't it? Like I say, I mean, probably half of these will go back in there yet, but who knows? We did get through a lot doing those masterboards, to be honest. So, you know, we'll see. Let's just tear this one in 2. And again, this one's just like a fabric sample, you know, which are just brilliant. If you can manage ever to pick up fabric samples. I mean, I know that we used to have a shop called Laura Ashley, and I know I've talked about this before, but I mean, I managed to get loads of fabric samples when they were closing down, which unfortunately they did in the pandemic. They went bankrupt and they closed all their stores, which was such a shame. I know that there's another shop called Next, which have taken over some of Laura Ashley's range. I mean, they're not like carrying everything, but they've got a few of their, you know, soft furnishing type ranges. But yeah, I was really lucky to manage to get quite a few things from there when they were closing down. In, you know, when I mean quite a few things, I mean this sample, fabric sample packs. So yeah, I mean, if ever you can kind of manage to get things like that, they're just really handy to have because, you know, they're all cut down for you. They're neatly edged, and yeah, I mean, they're just then going to be really useful for lots of kind of smaller projects and things. Plus they're all flat, they're nice and ironed, you know, they've been kept nicely in a drawer. You know, they're going to be a good thing to have. So, but you know, I mean, obviously you can't always get them. But yeah, I was just lucky that when they were closing down, they were selling them off. And so, I mean, of course, I didn't get like all of them, you know, just the ones that I kind of thought, oh, you know, they're nice colours or good textures and things. But yeah, I mean, it was just quite handy because obviously I think they were selling them off. I feel like it was 50p, but actually, to be honest, towards the end of when they were closing down, it might have even got cheaper than that. It's hard to remember, but yeah, definitely it was a good bargain anyway. Right, so this was from some bunting. Again, you've probably all seen me use this before. Oops, because I've had a lot of it. Well, because I mean, obviously, oops, it was an entire piece of bunting. I've still got some of this. It was my sister's bunting that she had when she got married, which actually seems recent, but to be honest, I mean, it was probably about 8 years ago. I mean, she's divorced since then. Yeah, so, I mean, it's obviously quite old, but yeah. Anyway, she just, you know, she gave me all of the bits that she'd had, like for the wedding, like bunting and stuff like that. Because, I mean, I guess she had quite a bit of it and wasn't really you know, able to kind of do anything really with it or make use of it. So said, would I like it for crafting? And yeah, of course I would like it for crafting. So yeah. But oh gosh, I mean, it's so funny how fast time flies, isn't it? I mean, like I say, I mean, actually that was, I mean, I said 8 years, maybe it was longer than 8 years, I'm not sure. I think maybe they were married for 8 years. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but yeah, anyway, what feels just, you know, like only a couple of years ago, actually turns out it was quite a while ago. So just, oh, the time just does go by so quickly. And the older you get, the faster it seems to go, doesn't it? It's, yeah, bizarre how fast time goes, to be honest. There we go. Right, like that. Put that down there. Okay, and yeah, got a bit more here, so I might as well incorporate this. I mean, I'm hoping that I'm going to have used a lot of these bits and they won't go back in the box, but who knows. I mean, it would be great if I can. Absolutely great if I can. Okay, that's that bit. Let's go in with, what about this? I don't know whether this is going to be like really horrible because it's, you know, it's like orange. I know it's got the lovely colour green, but it's kind of got a lot of orange in this, so perhaps it's going to be a bit of a clashy combination. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's just pop that down there. And this piece here, whoops. Maybe we could have that going. Oh, maybe down there actually, that's quite nice. Okay. Right, I've got this blue. I'm just going to, I think, cut this piece down now. Try and tidy it up a bit. Okay, and then I don't know whether this tears. Oh, it does tear. I didn't think it was going to. I thought it was going to be that kind of slightly thicker fabric that didn't really want to tear at all, but no, it did okay. It worked out fine. So again, you know, until we actually kind of stitch this and cut it down, I don't know whether this is going to look a little bit bitty, you know, with a bit many different bits pieced together, or whether it's going to look okay. Yeah, we'll kind of see when we come to actually use it, I guess, which I'm planning, I think I'm planning to make all the bits that we're going to make and then come back and use some of the bits that we've made. Yeah, I haven't really kind of thought about it, but I mean, that said, I'm quite dying to use some of the bits that we've made, so it just depends whether I can, you know, hold out my excitement of wanting to use the bits, really. But yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to using some of these. So I'll have to see. Just see whether I can hold out long enough to actually just, you know, finish the fabrics box and then come back and use some of these things. So, you know, we would then, for instance, come back and, you know, check out how this looks when it's stitched, because I'll probably just stitch this after I finish this video, and then you know, set about sort of maybe cutting it up and making some stuff from it. Yeah, I think that's probably how we're going to do this. Right, there we go. And what else have we got? So we've got this one, which I'll just have to use it like that because I've kind of stamped something on there. Okay, let's go for this one. So, I mean, again, I was going to say I'm really trying not to overthink it, but to be honest, even as I'm saying it, I'm kind of sat here overthinking it, but Oh, it's really hard, isn't it? If you're an overthinker, you know, to not overthink is, I mean, it's kind of almost impossible, isn't it? Because that's just your natural leaning, you know. It's kind of changing your whole personality, isn't it? To not overthink things if you are a natural overthinker. You know, it's like completely against your whole, well, yeah, your whole normal way of being, really. Oh, this has been cut into a heart. So I'm just going to, again, try and kind of make this more rectangular, maybe. Yeah, get rid of the pointy edges. Again, this is another one that's looking the worse for wear. Probably could have done with a good iron, but never mind. Right. So I'm thinking, can we use this somewhere? Maybe even there. That's quite nice, isn't it? Or up there, actually. Oh, that's better. Yeah, love that. So again, let's just put that down. Okay, that is good. Yep, like that. Now, do we want to have some more of this? Maybe up there, that's quite nice. Yep, like that. And then just need a few other bits to fill in. So I'm wondering whether we actually need some neutral now, because I've used, you know, a lot of quite full-on pattern. Kind of thinking maybe we need a little bit more plain. So this was some of my daughter's dress, and I've used this lots of times, and this I think is all I've got left of it. I've been kind of hoarding it because yeah, I've only had this amount for such a long time now, but it's really pretty, so I'd been kind of trying to eke it out and string it out. But yeah, it's just kind of sat in the fabric scraps box. It's probably time to just get on and now use it, really. So yeah, let's just pop that down there. Oops. So again, probably should have ironed this, but I didn't. Just going to cut this down because we might be able to just get away with using this piece. Sorry about these flowers that are now tipping onto the board a bit. Right, thinking we can probably put that one there. Again, just using that stretching out method for in place of ironing, basically. So yeah, I'm not saying this is a an actual technique, but you know, if you pull it taut enough, it kind of gets the creases out. So yeah, I'm not saying it's a tried and tested. You know, I'm sure you would never get this on like Tim Holt's channel, or I don't know, the craft channel or anything like that. But hey, works for me. Right, okay, so we've just got a couple more bits now on this one to fill in. So I'm thinking again, maybe the neutral down there. Let's just tear that down. Okay, yeah. Put that, I think, across there. Let's just cut that here. Like that. I mean, again, you know, once we stitch around these and once we then come to use them, I mean, hopefully they're going to look quite considerably different, to be honest. So, I mean, if you're thinking, oh gosh, he's put some stuff on there that really doesn't go together, you know, depending on how we're going to cut this down, we might find that actually the pieces do go, you know, really nicely together. Well, that's what I'm hoping anyway. There's no guarantee, obviously, but yeah, I'm hoping that actually things will look like they go quite nicely. Okay, that's that one. And then last bit is just this little section here, which I'm thinking, could we have this? And maybe I will just cut this in half, or tear it in half. So let's just pop this to one side. So, I mean, that craft box, scrap box is really, well, I was going to say it's really whittled down, but now I've just put those bits back in, actually. It's now overflowing again. Oh. Well, I must have used a lot because we've made quite a lot of things. So, yeah, even if it feels like I haven't, we must have done. Right, okay. just pop that down like that. Yay, right. Okay, right, let's see. So we have done 3 different masterboards. So this one, and we have this one, and we've got, oops, the pinky themed one. So, you know, looking quite good, aren't they? And yeah, I think we've made some nice ones. This is the scraps bin now. So as you can see, I mean, it kind of is still overflowing, but I mean, actually, to be honest, we've really whittled this down a lot. So I will come back and we will make some more things and, you know, hopefully whittle it down way, way, way further. And then we shall come back and we will have a look at what we've made and kind of try and then actually use the bits that we've made. So I hope this has given you some ideas, and if it hasn't yet, hopefully it will do by the time that we come on to actually make stuff with the boards that we've created. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.